A second son came to Christmas Island 50 years ago. It was not a holiday miracle, a guiding star in the night. It was Bighorn, a U.S. thermonuclear device that flooded the equatorial Pacific with a sea of light. The massive flare burned in silence, a universe of nearly incomprehensible heat. The voice that had counted down to the detonation, that had been dubbed Mahatma, perhaps without irony, had nothing more to say after the final two words, weapon release. After that silent interlude, the skies flooded with brightness, then began to darken slowly, as if guilt itself had become manifest, a shadow on the sand and sea. The harrowing scenario was so shocking to the airman, now an old-timer. He found it inconceivable that anyone would plan to use a nuclear bomb again. The director of Central Intelligence and the National Security Advisor hurried into the Oval Office, where the president barely glanced up from signing documents. His tall chief of staff, Bob O'Brien, hovered over him. When the president put aside his pen, O'Brien carefully assembled the pages and stepped back, lowering an imperious gaze on the two visitors. Iranians in El Paso? The president said in the mellifluous voice that had charmed millions. How long is this going to take? The DCI delivered his message to the president. The National Security Advisor confirmed the general's findings. Serious concern was warranted. The president smiled. So he glanced at his watch, 8:30 in the morning and I'm dealing with radical 20-somethings in El Paso? Gentlemen, it sounds like another amateur hour. Bunglers in ski masks. If I had $1 for every time I had to listen to this stuff, he shook his head. Are we looking at another taxi bomber? No, Mr. President, we are not, the DCI assured him. The president's national security advisor then briefed him. So, if I'm hearing you correctly, the president responded in his eternally unruffled voice, no American laws have been broken, General, except by the Mossad. I can't tell you how sick I am of hearing about these ham-handed two-bit terrorists. If these clowns even manage to get their hands on any radioactive stuff, they'll just end up irradiating their own underwear. What else do you have? We think there's plenty, Mr. President, the DCI said. We have active conspirators with the technical know-how to build a nuclear device, working in concert with a high-ranking member of the Iranian Quds. But they're months away from taking any action, right? The president didn't wait for a reply. And they don't have their hands on the radioactive materials yet. Gentlemen, I hear this story every other week from you guys. Quit crying wolf on me. We are not crying wolf, the DCI countered. These people are capable and have a supply chain, a purpose, and a clear-cut goal. So, let me know when there's a clear and present danger and you have a clear-cut plan, the president responded. We've got bin Laden. The rest of them are pikers. They're already dead. They just don't know it yet. And I'm busy. The Senate race polls have a lot of my one-time friends running for cover. Suddenly, they've never heard of me.